Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently building our way out of the crisis that we found ourselves in. It's going to be an interesting one, to be sure, but we're getting super close to being ready to do this. So let's just continue working on reinforcing this fleet. There we go. This is building what? Corvettes? Yeah, okay. That's fine. So that's been fully upgraded. We do need to bring the first and third combat fleet back to Canopus, our not only functional shipyard, but our only super reachable functional shipyard. We did, of course, lose Grummium to the Elgate units, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But our combat fleets are starting to become quasi-competent, I guess I would say. So that's great. Now, we should probably save up our influence at this point, right? So that we can activate our Relic again? Yeah, we absolutely should. Okay, we got this analysis over here in Iswiria. That's great. Back to Elthir. And we will assist research. Now, we're currently at plus 138, and 129 of those consumer goods are coming from our trade. I'm thinking at this point that we should change our trade policy back to wealth creation. We're not going to be able to change it again for a while, 10 years, but I think we're doing absolutely fine on that front. Let's check in on our colonies. Oh, hello, Elthir Prime, a power generating world, needs something to be doing, and I think we're going to toss an alloy foundry on there. We need a building slot, so that'll give us some jobs once we are... Oh wait, this is a power psi world. No, I should actually be putting a research lab on here. Okay. This refinery world here, it currently needs a job. Let's build a mining district to help offset our mining costs, which will be increasing on this world. This tech world has a building slot available, and of course it should... I would love to build research institutes. We can't really do that yet. We should get research labs. Excellent. This generator world is lacking housing. We'll put in a generator district. And yeah, we have tile blockers to clear there. That's probably something we should do, actually. We'll just get started on that. Okay, this tech world needs a research lab. It also has unemployment, but that'll fix that problem. Unemployment on Belgium Prime, we'll go ahead and upgrade this to... Actually, we'll upgrade this to a planetary capital, and then that to an alloy megaforge. Excellent. Unemployment on Canopus Secundus, we'll put in an agriculture district there. Canopus Prime has an unemployment as well. For now, it's also out of housing, so we'll just put in a city district. That'll solve that temporarily. And this industrial world needs housing. We'll put in a city district for right now, but we also need a specialist job. Now, our artisan's not considered specialists because we've been upgrading these civilian fabricators to do that, and it's not going. I guess these aren't considered specialists, are they? No, they are specialists. It's minor and clerk jobs that we have available. Okay. I guess it's been promoting specialists instead. Well, that's kind of awkward, to be sure. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Let's proceed. So we do need to finish off our supremacy tree as soon as we can. I think the next one that we want to grab is Master Shipwrights. That ship build cost reduction is going to be huge for us. Absolutely enormous. The third combat fleet is going to upgrade as soon as it arrives back, as is the first. That will use up some of our alloys that we've stored up, but that's ultimately probably okay. We're going to get our naval cap done very soon. And once that finishes up, then we're definitely going to go for psionic shields next. That's going to be a very big deal for us. So I'm just kind of waiting on this month tick here. at this juncture.
A study has been completed.
There we go. We're absolutely going for psionic shields next. That will take 70 months. That is a while. That is certainly a while. Okay, so the second combat fleet is still in progress. I'd love to move over here. Honestly, though, we're kind of yielding this constellation for right now. Again. Okay. Get out of there. More Tempest shoals are coming through. Fair enough. We can deal with them, but it will take time to get over there. Time that we kind of don't currently have.
A study has been completed.
Let's see, these upgrades are going to be done soon enough. Tachyon sensors are good to go. That's fantastic. Dark matter drawing would be great. It's not super helpful for us militarily, but for right now, I think I'm okay with it. I should stop settling this system. I think that might be what draws them in. Noted. That is definitely something that we should stop doing. For now, though, we'll just let them run amok over here. I'm not too concerned about it. We are building up our fleets, and once our fleets are built up, we'll be good to go. There's our impulse thrusters. Flak cannons, Metallurgist output, though. That would be really good for us, but so would neutronium armor. This is much cheaper. We're going to go for that first. Hard choices on these researches. Very hard choices. Okay, we're going to let the mercenaries go this time. We're currently at a point where I feel like we are able to hold our own in terms of our military. I mean, we definitely need to work on our alloys. There's no doubt about that, but we are in progress on that. Now, this is a mining world here. We do want to get that moat harvesting trap in for sure. And that will solve this unemployment issue. Okay. On this power world here, we don't have a backup assignment for this yet. And I'm going to turn this into alloys as our backup. Power is the primary output of this world, currently. However, I'm going to turn it over to a forge world. We're doing very well on power. So I'm going to shift this to alloys. Excellent. Because we need a lot of alloys. There's no doubt about that. We're currently lacking some minerals on the Cybrix Warforge. That is something we can absolutely deal with. We're going to do something like that. And we're going to activate the Warforge. This is producing us so many alloys. It's insane. So the first combat fleet, we're going to... Actually, that's still upgrading. The second combat fleet, we're going to max out here if we can. I don't think that quite maxes it out. That's a fair number of corvettes and destroyers going into there, though. That's only 2 out of 3 battleships. I'm a little surprised that it didn't queue up the battleship first. And a little disappointed, actually, that it didn't queue up the battleship first. Would have been very nice to see it do that. But alas, that's not the case. Okay, 4 months on dark matter drawing. We do have access to this 0 over here. And we should absolutely grab supremacy. And I'm actually going to cancel any ships that have not... Oops. Any ships that have not yet been started. I'm going to cancel and re-queue them because they are now cheaper. Fantastic. So that queued up a couple extra destroyers. Wonderful. The first combat fleet has been refit. And let's actually reinforce this as well as soon as we can. We may want to buy a few additional alloys just to make sure that this happens. I'm going to sell 5,000 consumer goods here. And also, I'm going to sell 2,000 food. and we're going to use that money to purchase in 2,500 alloys. It's not the best use of the funds, but I just want to get this fully queued up. Okay. Cannot afford to reinforce fleet, but we're definitely pumping out the destroyers at this point. They want to invite us to the Federation, and I decline. I don't want to join the Federation. We're okay on our own.
A study has been completed.
There's our dark matter drawing finishing up. Now, I think... honestly, we kind of need a reroll here. We're going to go for proton launchers as a reroll. I'm not super keen on any of those. We already have some X-sized weapons that I'm okay with. We'll continue to reinforce these fleets. We're producing primarily destroyers right now, although we're queuing up corvettes and destroyers. And once these fleets get maxed out, we're going to be looking at some pretty powerful fleets. Especially once we get these psionic shields. That's what we're kind of waiting on to strike out. And when we do strike out, we're going to go directly into the L gate again and take terminal egress. That's going to be our mission. I'm actually going to pull this construction ship over to Canopus. Because we'll be able to access any of these quite easily. The good news here is that the Theclac regime has not settled this system. If they do, that's our signal that we're going to go to war with them when we're ready. We will be ready relatively soon. All we're needing here, I believe, is a battleship. And I'd love to get that battleship queued up. That would be absolutely great. We should probably check in on our colonies, so it's been a little bit. Yep. Oh, if we do want to extend our deal with these guys, let's just sell a few rare crystals and extend the deal. Okay. This agro world is actually ready to upgrade its planetary capital, and we're going to do that. We're also going to put in another hydroponics farm. We're not super great on food. This industrial world over here has a building slot open. And we're going to put in this gas extraction well, since that's free exotic gas. We're doing okay on our consumer goods for now. Plenty of jobs available as well, so that's good. Moderate military sanctions on whom? Who is this being declared on? Ah. Naval cap minus 20%. I mean, I would like to oppose this, but there's no way that we're going to succeed. We'll support it. That'll be okay for now. So let's go down to the second combat fleet. We're going to have enough to build this battleship very shortly. Our shipyards are currently idle, and I don't like that. I do not want our shipyards to be idle. But we're just waiting on the alloys right now. We're currently making 107 alloys per month, so that is nice. Just had a necrophage happening. Nothing really going on in the colonies just yet. Okay, let's get that battleship going. Now, the first combat fleet here, all it needs is 3 cruisers and 2 destroyers. That is something that we can probably make happen. I'm just wondering if we want to buy another round of alloys. And the answer to that, I think, is a resounding yes. Excellent. There's our proton launchers. Let's grab advanced reactor boosters next. Titans? Yeah, let's do Titans. That's going to be 49 months. Okay. Sounds good. We're not going to do another round of upgrades until those psionic shields are done. So that gave us 3 cruisers and 2 destroyers for the first combat fleet, which is exactly what we needed. Excellent. We can now start working on getting the third combat fleet up to scratch. How long on our Warforge? 200 days? Okay. I think that's roughly the amount of time that we will need to get the influence. So that's good. So our fleets are going to be about 20k in strength. And once we get these psionic shields done, it's going to be a lot more. Now I am going to go ahead and create ourselves down at this shipyard here. I'm going to create ourselves another construction ship. And this construction ship's goal is to go get this element 0 that we will absolutely be needing for our psionic shields. This one's goal is, of course, to go up into the vortex. So this should be good. Once we get our psionic shields, I'm going to be ready to attack them again. We can enter the Shroud, though, so let's see what we get. For reasons we cannot fathom, we've been drawn to this corner of the Shroud. Why? We can try to get increased sensor range, shield strength, or increased happiness. We're going to go for shield strength here. Our telepaths have managed to establish a temporary conduit between the Shroud and our starships. The crews of our warships can now augment the strength of our shield systems by using their psionic powers. Okay, so we have 60 months of plus 50% shield strength. That is a big, big deal for us, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so we do need to continue reinforcing the third combat fleet, and so we shall. Currently at 143 influence, and we are going to be able to activate the Warforge very soon. We are going to need additional minerals to make it happen, and I will go ahead and purchase those, I think. So around 8.4k is what we have right now. $9.6k. That's about the best we can do currently. So we need 356 minerals. Can we... we definitely can get a few more. There we go. That's what we needed. So we will activate this once again. Wonderful. And we're going to just pour those alloys into the third combat fleet. Now that is building primarily corvettes and destroyers and a single cruiser. That's okay. Necrophaging has happened. We should definitely check in on our colonies. Elthier Prime is currently needing housing. This is a power science world. We're going to build our final generator district here, and then we're going to build 3 city districts after that. Now this one's a science world. And we are currently just in need of building a research lab. So we will do exactly that. Excellent. On Gothra, we are currently needing... We just have an unemployment here. I think
A study has been completed.
that we'll just put in a building or a city district as soon as the month ticks over. There's our advanced reactor boosters. That's nice. And then we're going to go for, I guess, arc emitters. Fantastic. So we'll build that city district here, and then on Canopus Prime we have the same issue, and we're going to solve it in the same way, as soon as we have the minerals, which we currently do not. We're slightly short on minerals because we've been just pouring them into the Warforge. This construction ship absolutely needs to be coming over here and building this station. That is 100% something that needs to be happening right now. And let's reinforce this fleet again. That queues up 3 cruisers in total. We need 4 cruisers and 3 battleships into this combat fleet. So that is still quite a lot of alloys that we need. Okay. Well, we have 15 months on our psionic shields. So we're going to do another round of ship upgrades, and then we're going to head into the L cluster. Now, yeah, I'm not surprised that this happened. I'm disappointed in these guys, but this is our go signal that we're going to fight the Theclac regime. What do they have for friends? They do have a defensive pact with a couple of enemies. Noted. I'm not too concerned about it, but we'll have to take a look at that later on. But yeah, look at this. We're up over 20k on our primary fleets. I'm very happy about that. So the question is, are we going to buy in a few additional alloys or just wait it out on the 3rd combat fleet? I think the answer is we're going to continue to buy in alloys for a little while. Not too long. Let's see, 2,500 is 11k. That's a lot. We're going to hold off on that for now. I'm not going to sell things, I think. When are we going to get our next tradition? 12 months. And we'd be able to get a fleet command increase of 20. Or potentially just ship fire rate. And that's probably slightly better for us right now. Yeah, I think ship fire rate is what we go for immediately. That fleet increase will be nice, but not strictly necessary. Okay, so that's another cruiser coming in. That is the final cruiser for the 3rd combat fleet. And then that's just lacking 3 battleships. Now, battleships are costing... Okay, yeah, that would be like 3,800 alloys. That might be doable. Okay, these guys have finally struck out over here. We'll just leave them be for the time being. For the time being. I'm not sure for how long, but for a little while. Let's go ahead and sell off some consumer goods here, as well as we're going to keep the food. Let's sell a few volatile motes, a few rare crystals, some exotic gas. That gives us enough to buy in 2,500 alloys, which gives us most of what we needed to reinforce this fleet. Okay. Excellent. They're heading this way. I'm fine with that. That's not an issue. The danger was that they head up here and go into this wormhole. That was the real danger. But for now, I'm reasonably comfortable with what's happening here. I'm actually going to cancel these battleships. We are going to queue them up, but I'm canceling them because psionic shields are coming in literally right now. We are going to grab food from farmers next. That's nice and cheap. 16 months on Titans. I'm fine with that, but we're going to go through and upgrade our ships one final time here before we strike out. Yeah, we're in gamma lasers. I think everything here... Durasteel armor. Yeah, this all stays exactly as it is. Except we go to tachyon sensors and impulse thrusters. Okay. The corvettes are doing fine. The destroyers, nothing to upgrade up here. They also go to impulse thrusters and tachyon sensors. And we're going to want to go to psionic shields. Yeah, absolutely. We're lacking a lot of power. Advanced reactor boosters gets us to where we need to be, but only just. We do need to get that next level of reactors. There's no doubt about that. For cruisers, we are good on our weapons. We're going to bump up to impulse thrusters and tachyon sensors. And we're going to run psionic shields. That puts us way underwater on power. Maybe we just run hyper shields on this one. And then we can upgrade later on to the other shield type. It's not the best, but it'll have to do. Okay, for battleships, we're good on our weapons. Bump those up. We're going to run psionic shields. We're going to ditch the auxiliary fire control and run an advanced reactor booster. We're actually going to have to run 2. We actually can't afford to have this many large psionic shields. We can do that. And then run a shield capacitor? Or no, we can't do that. We really need level 5 reactors. Okay, well, it'll do for now. It's not the greatest. And yeah, I haven't upgraded this in a million years. We should probably do that while we're in here. And let's run plasma cannons instead of energy siphons. And instead of auxiliary fire controls, we will have to run advanced reactor boosters. Okay. Well, that's definitely a little bit worse than I was hoping for on the old upgrade front. We do need to get this element 0 over here before we can fully get these built up. But we can get started on the upgrades. And the element 0 will be coming in quite soon. Yeah, over here. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Excellent. Now, I do want to get started constructing these, although we apparently can't afford to reinforce them because we don't have the 0. Right. That does, however, give us overwhelming force, and we will definitely take that. And we have arc emitters. That's fine. We can do 0-point reactor. That is what we need. 100%. Given these options, we'll take reactive formations. Okay, we're going to get access to this 0 in a moment. That's great. Necrophaging did happen, so we should probably take a look at our worlds here. Yeah, this mining world definitely needs a mining district. We'll put one in. This forge world needs housing. We'll just put in a city district for now. This forge world needs a job. We'll upgrade that to an alloy megaforge. This refinery world needs a job, and so we will put in... What do we need? Exotic gas refineries? Actually, we need rare crystal manufacturing. Do we have that? I think we don't have that tech. So we'll do chemical plants, I guess. Or actually, no, we do need exotic gases more. Okay. We'll definitely have to be on the lookout for that tech. We will put in an alloy foundry over here. And this science world, I guess we'll put in another city district. That'll be fine. And over here, this is an industrial world. We will simply put in a civilian industry. That'll be absolutely fine as well. Excellent. So the third combat fleet will be ready to be upgraded soon. There's our 0, and I don't want to keep around that construction ship. It was just to gather that resource. Excellent. Now we could purchase some in, and we may want to do that, actually, just so that we can get started on this. There we go. We'll reinforce the fleet. Excellent. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to go after the L cluster. We can activate this relic, but I feel like we don't need the alloys just now. So I think we're going to hold off on that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time, where we are going to invade Terminal Egress. See you all then.